This is such a long name. Oh my God. I definitely need to take a second to memorize this. Hi everyone, this is Tyler from Craft and Tailored. In this episode of Under the Radar, we're going over a very unique watch. It's a 1960s Hamilton Fontainebleau Odyssey 2001. The reference is 64061-3, and it's one of the more unique watches I think that we've ever talked about. So let's get into it. So this very strange case shape is asymmetrical in design. It kind of tilts up towards the viewer. It's very futuristic looking, and it's just all over a really unique looking watch. It's very strange and doesn't feel super Hamilton. It feels like retro futuristic Hamilton. It's a very interesting watch. But this was designed when Stanley Kubrick actually went to Hamilton to design a watch for his film 2001: A Space Odyssey. And Stanley Kubrick was one of the most influential filmmakers of the 20th century with films like 2001: A Space Odyssey, Full Metal Jacket, A Clockwork Orange, and of course, The Shining. So I think it was pretty cool that he went to Hamilton specifically to try and create a watch that would fit into his retro futuristic, some would say his magnum opus, his most important film, 2001: A Space Odyssey. And although the watch that they originally designed was a lot different than the watch that went into general production, and even though the watch never saw any film time or any screen time, they still produced this watch, and I think it represents the sort of feeling and strangeness and very futuristic retro vibes that the movie has perfectly. This watch really does feel like it would be right at home in a space shuttle in 1968. It's just super cool looking. What it really reminds me of is driving watches out of the same era, where they would be sort of like propped up off the wrist and fit onto the steering wheel so that you could tell the time very easily while driving. I did a video on the Seiko Motorist, which was kind of a similar case design, but this Hamilton just feels like it has an extra level of refinement. I think because the model that they were trying to create this watch after was a very futuristic movie. I bring this watch to you guys because even though the film itself is, one of the most celebrated films in filmmaking history, this watch is kind of unheard of. Not many people know about it, and a lot of people, I feel like, don't know that Hamilton was working with Stanley Kubrick to try and design a watch that would actually be featured in the movie. And even though that didn't happen, this watch was designed and produced to coincide with the release of the film. It's definitely in Hamilton's more funky era when they were producing a lot of watches under the Fontainebleau platform, where the movement and dial kind of screwed into the case itself. And they produced watches with like really large cases and really cool dial designs. I really like the Fontainebleau based Hamiltons, but this is kind of like taking that to the extreme level. The dimensions of this case actually all just kind of work, even though it is kind of like more of a strange or weird kind of style of watch. It fits on the wrist quite ergonomically, and it's really comfortable to wear. And it's not super large in size either. It looks really appropriate. I don't have the largest wrist, but it looks like it fits my wrist really well, and I think it'll fit an even larger wrist or an even smaller wrist just as well. And it's just not something that you see super often. That's kind of the point of this series. I just want to, highlight things that you guys might not know of, or things that I just personally find interesting that I think deserve a little bit more love. And I think that this watch is just super cool, and I don't see them very often or at all, really. So I thought it would just be fun to highlight so more people have the awareness about this watch and know about it. This one in particular is just in really nice condition, and it comes with its original bracelet. So I think it just has a lot of different things going for it that are really cool. This watch will probably be in my wrist this weekend, just because I enjoy wearing it so much and have since we got it in. But this watch is for sale on our website at craftandtailored.com, so you can definitely check it out there if you want to learn a little bit more about it. And with that, I want to say thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. You can follow us at Instagram at craftandtailored, and if you have watch questions, we're here to help. You can drop us a line at info@craftandtailored.com. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one. Sometimes I feel like I talk so slow when I do these videos. When I listen to them back at like 1.25 speed, it sounds like I'm talking normally.